Hello, my gravy Timothys, and welcome, not back, to Hearts of Iron 4 Rise of Nations Spooky. Yep, that's right, it's Rise of Nations, a mod I've been meaning to check out for a while, and a lot of people have been requesting for me to have a little look at. Now, if you've never heard of Rise of Nations, you may not know that it's probably one of the most ambitious Hearts of Iron 4 mods out there. In fact, it's gotta be one of the most ambitious in terms of simply how many start dates it has. This thing goes from the year 1900 all the way to the year 2020. Yep, clicking on a start date. It takes a while to load. Now, whilst the start dates do go all the way up to 2020, the majority of them aren't finished or even in the game yet, but the game does have content up until 1949. And I reckon I'll be checking out a couple of them today. I think, though, we're going to start with the 1900 start date and then maybe move on to one in the middle. But first, here's a quick word from today's sponsor. That's right, a big shout out to today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Keeping yourself secure online has never been more important or easier with Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN encrypts your online data and helps to secure your personal information when you use free public Wi-Fi. Masking your IP address is essential for your online privacy. Surfshark is a VPN that makes sure that your city, country, and download history aren't linked to your identity. And with over 3,000 servers in 100 different countries, Surfshark allows you to travel the world anonymously. And with one easy click of a button, you can unlock all that pesky region-locked streaming content that's always a bit of a pain to keep on top of. Surfshark VPN makes that way easier for you. No more region-locked content. And my personal favorite thing about Surfshark VPN is the fact you only need one login for all of your devices. No multiple logins, just one subscription, and that's it. And these are only a few of the many features that Surfshark has to keep you protected online. So go ahead and take the first step in securing your online information by signing up with Surfshark today. And if you go ahead, click my link, surfshark.com/ISP, link down below in the description, or scan the QR code to get 4 extra months for free. And don't worry, because there is no risk for trying Surfshark out, as they do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So go ahead, click my link down below, sign up, protect your online information, and get started accessing that region-locked content you deserve to access. Okay, who do we play? I'm thinking either the Germans or the British. So here we are, Germany in 1900. We've got quite a few units there, I see. So technology, not too insane, unsurprisingly. We have pretty much what you'd imagine the Germans would have in 1900, although over in our armored vehicles we do have the armored car prototype, which, as you can tell, we're still trying to mock that thing up there. We haven't got quite an image in our brain. Oh, and here comes the technology screen, which I don't know how we can't figure out the armored car, but we have a good idea what the XM9 looks like. This is absolutely bonkers beyond belief. I also like the fact there's such a huge gap between Marines 1 and Marines 2, just in case you didn't realize. Okay, and here is our focus tree. We have quite a bit to do, and one thing I really want to aim for is getting Germany a bit of an empire. Oh god, yeah, also just looked at all this here. Just gonna choose to ignore this for now. That's a lot of stuff. Hey, see, we do have a bit of an empire, but it's not exactly what I would call impressive. Decision to make your gameplay more enjoyable. Unite South America. You know what, I'm going to click that button because it already feels quite laggy over here. Oh, something that's quite interesting is we do have foreign influence in China currently. You can actually look where the major powers currently have their influence. We've got a little bit over here in Shandong. And if we go ahead and click on a province, you can try to assume influence in that area. I don't know if that works or how this works or what the prevalence of all this is going to turn out to be, but for now we're sticking our nose into Chinese business. We also have the ongoing issue of the Boxer Rebellion over here, which Chinese Santa. We also have the option of supporting them, proclaiming neutrality, or condemning them, and we'll go with the historical option here and say we don't like boxing that much. Our construction speed is actually quite limited by our small-minded 19th century beliefs, apparently. And we do have a unit limitation, albeit it's only 243, which is our max, so we could probably just ignore that, I reckon. The French Republic invites the German Empire to To what? Now, they've invited us over to the 8-Nation Alliance, I'm assuming in response to the Boxer Rebellion, which, of course, I'm going to get involved in. Although that is crazy, just looking at that right there. Look at the size of that alliance. Yeah, I definitely say something. Naval invading does not work pretty well in the year 1900. Zeros across the board for us. Are currently sieging down the Boxer Rebellion. It's going a little slowly, probably down to the fact my units have a whopping 10 soft attack. We can increase the airlift over the hump. What is an air? Okay, Boxers dealt with. I did put on scripted peace deals, and I ain't too sure why I'm currently not in one, but maybe there's not one for the Boxer Rebellion, so I guess I'm gonna have to take this province. Yeah, I don't think that went 100% how it went historically. We now have quite a few Chinese empires just scattered around. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the AI really accomplished there, but we do have Hu Jiang in charge of the largest Chinese empire. Okay, though, after that, the 8-Nation Alliance has been disbanded, and we have formed the Central Powers, and the Entente has formed in our opposition. I can tell you something, there's one thing this mod is, it's incredibly laggy. Even while paused, you just click on a menu, and it'll take you like a couple seconds sometimes just for it to open. I'm not sure what checks and stuff are running in the background, but oh boy, it's laggy. Okay, so we don't have a great empire. Sure, we just grew it a little bit over here in China, but I've got an idea. Who's got an empire and how can we steal it? The Dutch have an empire, and I'm going to steal it. Sorry about this old chap, or should I say chapette? There we go. Empire just grew substantially, and we got ourselves a nice little Dutch puppet over here, and now they can go ahead and go garrison their old land. And we ain't planning on stopping there, because our empire in the east can only grow larger. There's this giant faction just waiting to be taken over. It's actually a really easy invasion too, because one, they had no troops, and two, I only had to capitulate the guys in the middle here. Oh, my rampant expansionism though is having some side effects. That's fine, because I think we've expanded more than enough, and our empire is definitely quite large and in charge now. Instead, we should probably start focusing on growing the Central Powers and making a few friends. Interestingly enough, I can just straight up invite Italy straight into our faction, because they are fighting the Dervish state down here. Now, historically, Italy was on board with this whole Central Powers thing, but yeah, they didn't quite go through with it, did they? Okay, I also went ahead and went down the Deutsche Bund path over here, which has turned us into the German Confederation. Pretty cool, and now we get a whole bunch more expansion opportunities, but we should probably take a break on that and actually go down our historical stuff over here. Okay, we also sent Belgium a offer they literally can't refuse, because now we've got ourselves the Congo. And just kind of slap down in the middle of damn Africa. Yeah, we're also going to go ahead trying to buy Angola and Mozambique from Portugal. And I said I was going to do my historical stuff, and I will. I'm just going to go down this little last bit here. A little bit more expansion, just a little bit more land. Just a smidgen of more land. Oh yeah, also Waterwives in charge of South America. Oh, okay. A little problem with the game right now. UK just declared on the Chinese Empire, but they declared on the actual tag, which is landlocked. So I think I'm going to help them out there in the console. I annexed all little breakaways back into them. Again, it wasn't really supposed to be like that, because I did have historical peace deals on or whatever, but yeah, whatever. Now I won't have to deal with the UK to the endless fight against the Chinese and the mountains they can't get to. Well, Portugal said no to my offer of purchase, and I could just be really petty here and go in on them, but I don't really need it that bad. Plus, I'm still struggling with those 0-0 naval invasions we were dealing with in China, so yeah, no chance, buddy. There we go. We are going to go ahead, release Middle Africa. That's simply because I don't want to have to... well, I don't think that was supposed to happen. I guess I just stole a whole bunch of land from people there, and nobody didn't know. Wait a second. Yeah, I guarantee that wasn't supposed to happen, but, you know, the mod did it. I'm just going to go with it. Like I say, it's a very ambitious mod. Very ambitious. Oh, very interestingly, the Japanese and the Russians are now going at it. We'll see if this will go historically or if it will go hoi for AI. Oh yeah, definitely looks like not too much is happening with this so far. I'll keep my eye peeled, but they are also currently fighting the rest of the Entente too, which, yeah, I guess the US being in that, kind of my bad, Japan. So we're working on growing our confederation. We have Luxembourg, they just recently accepted. We're going to hopefully get Belgium too, because that's going to make things less awkward later on, I imagine. Well, the Belgians said no. I would go in on them, but I reckon this might kickstart a bit of a thing across Europe. So we'll leave them for now, but we'll come back. The Swiss have got on board though, but Liechtenstein, they haven't. I went ahead and sent an attaché over to Japanese just to have a look what's happening. And funnily enough, there was a Battle of Tsushima in what's going on currently, but it's not what you expect with the 18 American divisions on it. Yeah, the British have also gone ahead and joined the Entente as well, so they're getting involved as well. And this is definitely not how anything went historically. At some point, there's been a splitting of Morocco between the Kingdom of Morocco and the Kingdom of Morocco, one ruled by a dude. There's just two very different leaders in charge of Morocco currently. Is this guy actually Moroccan? I'm not too sure. I don't want to just say this, but Emperor Pui looks a bit older than he did in 1909 here. Oh, of course, the 2-year-old baby. Got a bit of an addiction going. Okay, so we've actually made it to the next era now. We've made it all the way through to 1910, which means we've been playing 10 whole years. Now it's going to load in the new area, so things will change. And look at that, we did finish our focus tree, but we did get a good way through it. And now, whilst we don't have exactly a huge focus tree, I'm assuming this is pretty straightforward on where we're going next. Oh, the French just stole a whole bunch of my African land there. I mean, I don't mind too much. That I did steal that in the first place, so it's not like I really deserved it. Although I do find it very weird that you have put a hat in control of it. Okay, it's getting confusing. Now there's 2 more Deutsche Mittelafricas, and I just own this province again in the middle. I don't think... Ambition. It's just a heck of a lot of ambition today. Oh, Italians are also going in on the Ottomans, which means the Balkans should also set on fire pretty soon. Yeah, so 1913, this is still going on, but I don't think it's going to be too relevant anyway, as it is 1913, and I think we're, well, things are going to get a bit fiery soon. I could invite the Ottomans into my faction. That could be a good shout, because I do have my own little puppet state over here from the Kingdom of Italy, and I got that through my old focus tree when I was demanding all of my Central European land. And I could just give them all the land over here and get myself a pretty strong puppet. Yeah, although this could also lead to potentially things getting very fiery in Europe if they join any factions. Hey, listen, alright, I've been at peace ever since China, which was a very long time ago at this point, so I deserve this. Okay. That is not Ringo Ryman. That is Gordon Ramsay. Oh, don't worry about that. Just preparing for something. I've waited around long enough. It's 1914, and I think a lot of the stuff that's supposed to happen isn't happening, mostly down to the fact the Austrians need to go through their focus tree, and they're taking forever. So I'm just going to preemptively now hit the Schlieffen plan, and either we get Belgium for free, or we start global catastrophe. I think we're in a really good spot, though. I have completely revamped the Navy. We even have a other fleet right here in the works. We still have our original one, stuck over in the east with all the pre-dreadnoughts and whatnot. I'm not going to use that too much. We're just going to leave them to have fun in Asia, I guess. But we do plan on taking down the British naval hegemon, which shouldn't be too difficult looking at things right now. They do have a pretty good amount of light cruisers, though, so we'll see how this goes. Although I am secretly praying that there is a scripted piece still if I take over the French and the Russians, because, oh boy, do I not want to have to go all the way to America. Okay, we're going in. They have been guaranteed by the UK, so it's all about their kickoff. We'll also call the Austrians in, and I guess the Ottomans too, just to keep them busy all over the damn world while we attempt to make this quick. I guess we can also just go ahead and get Japan in on this as well. They've been left alone over there for too long. Okay, yeah, not looking great on the Belgian front, although I think we'll just go ahead and extend the line and also go through the Netherlands. And Russia, unsurprisingly, collapsed immediately. A little late on that one. I just got white pieced out immediately there. That might be the peace trigger for the Japan one, though, that just happened. They might come straight back in. Yeah, okay, so it was. So we should probably keep the army over here just in case. There you go. They've brought the Serbians in without even having anything on the border down there. Well done, Austria. Oh, the Russians are straight back in. Didn't even realize. Japan has sent an ultimatum to us wanting our Pacific island. Considering you're already helping us out here, I'm just going to ignore it. Surely this can't break. We're looking at a pretty rapid collapse of all Russian forces here, which is good, but also Ottomans ain't looking too good. Pushing through Belgium also is not too fun, I can tell you that much. But once we're done with Russia, we'll bring the rest of the army over, which, now that I'm saying this out loud, actually, kind of got a bit of a reverse of what went down historically in the German mind. Okay, once again, we just got another peace with the Russians, and this time we got the correct peace. Russia no longer in this damn thing. Okay, now we're gonna rush back on west, just put our main force right here on the French border, and hopefully just break on through. Oh, there you go. Belgium has capitulated, although it doesn't really look like it, and we are making a breakthrough now into France. Oh yeah, our Ottoman friends are not feeling too well, though. We kind of got to hope for a bit of a pretty quick breakthrough here. Had to take a brief pause just to go ahead and save the Austrians. Had to create a whole other army down here just to relieve them, and we ain't even got them started over here. But yeah, also, finally, the British fleet has started to come out, and we are clapping them every time they do. Ooh. Yeah, I'm assuming the event for China Fracturing just fired, and it didn't take into consideration that I owned a whole bunch of China, so I still own, technically, some of China. Okay, crisis of the Austrian coastline has almost been sorted now. Then we'll move that other force down to go deal with the Middle East, and then we'll start pushing again in France. Also sent my starting navy out now just to go convoy raid around the UK, because I'm never going to use that thing, so I might as well put it to some use. Okay, for whatever reason, the Russians have rejoined the fray. I actually have the Republicans, or the Russian Federation, currently on my side. They joined as soon as the other Russia joined back in the Entente, so I can't catch a break here. Okay, boys, the siege of Paris is underway. We've got it in a chokehold, so it's only a matter of time before it falls, along with the rest of France now. And there it goes. The city has fallen, and so has France. Okay, I will go ahead and send the peace offer to the French, because obviously, if we want to win this whole thing, we will have to somehow deal with the Americans, which just, it ain't happening. Okay, there we go. We have gone into a white peace now with everyone. Okay, so we have one. I don't know what we'll really get from this, but there you go. We did it. Ooh, okay, so we can choose what we actually want to take here. We could go for everything, but again, that looks pretty painful for the debuffs you get. So we'll keep it realistic. We'll go with Lorraine and part of French Africa. Okay, now for Belgium, I am just going to go ahead. I'm going to annex the whole thing. We do have cores on it, and gives the fate of Egypt. Okay, so we'll just move through all these individually. It's definitely interesting to see after like the 500th time the borders in Africa have once again changed. Also, the other China declared on my China, so I guess we're getting this land back too. Okay, I think we are done for now. Russia's redeclared on Austria, which is interesting strat, so I guess we're going straight back into it, but I'm done for now. We've done 18 years in the game. Originally, I was just going to go through and check multiple different times, but the game is, well, as you can tell with me zooming in and out while pause, a little bit laggy. And yeah, well, so I did go ahead and enjoy my game. It it is definitely a chore. And I think if you have a bad PC or you don't have a real up-to-date one, this is not even going to be possible for the most part. Even loading into the scenarios or whatever like that, even loading the save takes about 5 minutes at this point. It's pretty damn bad. So whilst I definitely had a fun time, and you could probably very easily manipulate this so you conquer the entire damn world very quickly, you do have to definitely pace yourself throughout this, especially if you consider playing as long as I did. I'm sure some people have definitely played way longer in Rise of Nations. Personally, I think this is where I'd draw the line. We've obviously won everything we needed to win, even though the AI seems to disagree and the Russians are going right back in. And I had a lot of fun LARPing our little German empire, to which it is most certainly magnificent. Yeah, I think I'll probably come back at some point and check out another scenario, so why don't you leave a little comment down below and tell me which one I should check out next. I'm thinking probably like the 1930s, maybe around that period, just, you know, do the interwar years, something like that. Or heck, maybe if you guys are crazy enough, we'll just continue this one, see how long we can take it. Let me know what you want to see, and I will do it. Just let me know, because by the time you've written that comment, I may have loaded back into the save in 15 years. Hey, that was Rise of Nations. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe down below, and yeah, we'll probably be back at some point soon.